I chose adolescent medicine because I loved pediatrics, gynecology, and psychiatry. And I felt that it was such a wonderful kind of combination of all of those things. As a pediatrician, I think there's something really beautiful about meeting someone when they're young and continuing to follow them as they kind of move on developmentally. As an adolescent physician, that might be the first time that they have a crush or they have, they're attracted to someone or they come in and tell you what they want to do in the future and all the big plans that they have for themselves. And for me, again, the reason I went into adolescent medicine is I felt that if you could work with a young person and ask them about all the maybe risk behaviors that they were involved with, but certainly create connections and build on their strengths, there was so much we could do in terms of what would happen in the future and that life trajectory. There's a lot of challenges that can also be part of being an adolescent in terms of thinking about identity, whether that is your physical identity or your gender and sexual identity, or even your cultural identity. And being able to support young people and to help them to be fully developed in all of those ways is such an important challenge and so much of what I really enjoy about working with young people. There are a lot of moments in my life where I've had experiences that have just really been memorable, but I will just share one in particular that happened recently. I had a young adolescent girl, about 17 years of age. She was an elite runner. She came into our clinic where we take care of young people for eating-related issues. As it turns out, she'd been incredibly depressed. She was really struggling. She was dizzy all the time. Her heart rate was very low. She was just having an incredible challenge in terms of taking nutrition and lots of very strong eating disorder thoughts. We ended up admitting her to our inpatient service, providing very multidisciplinary care. And I'm really happy to say that, months later, she's, finally been able to feel good about herself, to feel good about her body, to slowly get back to, the exercise that she really enjoyed. And more importantly, she recently told me that she's now planning to go off to college. She's thinking about going into medicine. And, I had this absolute joy of working and thinking about, what her future is going to look like and how that can be done safely. So I think the other concept that I really love to think about is the one about resilience, and that probably the biggest marker of success for a young person is not their grades or how they perform in school or their CV or any of that, but it's getting back up on your feet after you've experienced a challenge. And so many young people we work with right now are experiencing those challenges. So being able to be part of that team to support young people to get back and have that bounce is really what gives me so much joy.